could potentially join and have
Why did it not let me join? That's weird, isn't it?
computer audio.
Let me.
Yep. Here it's already on. Morning.
Morning.
Camera. Under the right hand. Yep.
Morning, guys.
Morning.
Morning, how are you?
Thanks.
You're back in cinema.
Morning.
Morning. And if you have your body, because I think Robbie's on there. Oh, that's. Oh, maybe put my order in and just keep Janie's out. Yeah. How are we? We good? You're looking sharp,
Right,
buddy.
thank you.
You're looking sharp, bro.
You're looking very sharp. I didn't recognise you.
Yeah.
Look like you like hoodie on.
He's got his mafia suit on.
Yeah. Go get some money, that's all.
Is there going to be a horse's head on my pillow just when I go home tonight? Hey bro, how are you?
Good.
Full of energy? Full of hair?
Bro, that's the cold shower this morning.
Yeah, that's freezing.
Holy shit.
It wasn't that cold this morning.
Yeah, you said jump in the cold shower.
Wasn't enjoyable.
Oh, shit.
Hey team.
Hey Joni, how you doing?
Morning.
Oh, hopefully that's all good. Should be half straight-ish.
Thank you so much, bro. That's alright. Did Connor make a copy? Yeah, fuck.
Worst person to ask.
Good luck,
bro. Good luck.
Just big cup of
Morning, guys. Oh.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Gotcha.
Good morning.
Good morning.
tea.
How are we all?
Good.
Oh.
Really good.
Really good.
That's good.
Telling you, man, it's that cold shower.
Yeah, I did an ice bucket this morning as well.
Nice.
2 hour ice bucket.
Yeah.
2 hours of ice bucket.
That's what it's good.
I was there every morning.
What are you reading for? Just the Vidette boys. It's just the Vidette boys? Anyone else? Yeah. Oh, Jennifer.
She better be here. She better not cancel it. It's screwed.
Yeah. How's everyone's weeks? Anyone do anything fun?
Just an everyday week for us at home.
Yeah. Full
Shop, right?
Can make use of.
Shut up.
Looked at a new apprentice today, that was pretty exciting.
A new apprentice?
Possible new apprentices.
Oh, cool. Nice.
It's pretty exciting. It's always scary.
I thought you said new prices.
You guys, we should look at those too.
Got a couple of new prices to go with your new premises.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
The new price looks actually quite nice. I had a look at it. Someone showed me a picture of it. So.
Oh, there's.
No, the new price. The new Toyota price.
Oh, the Prius. Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It's a nice looking car.
But yeah, obviously can't understand.
People think it's ugly. There's a tally outside
No,
asking if it's
I like
ugly.
No, I think it's fucking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not good. Yeah. I mean, it's not beautiful.
I mean, it's better than the current one. Let's put it that way. Can't get worse.
You can't get
Alright, that's it. The only exciting thing out of all of us is someone's hiring apprentices. Oh, fuck.
More man's dog's got puppies at home.
Oh, you got poppies?
Yeah, we
See,
got
that's
puppies.
exciting. Tell me about that. You got poppies over here. Much more relatable.
Yeah, 7 puppies.
Don't tell Claire.
What kind of puppies?
Far out, what breed's Lass? She's a mixed breed. She's the most mongrel dog you'll ever meet, man.
Right, that's a dog breeds.
She's a Hunterway cross, part pit bull, part something. My God, good hunting dog.
Oh, funny.
Hey Nick.
This is time 83. So we had a whole plan. Our whole plan for today was based around the fact that Jennifer got all her homework done first. So we're going to start with her. And she hasn't yet arrived. So
We can just make it up for her.
We gotta make it up.
Doesn't matter.
Well, we'll give her a couple more minutes because I think she's definitely coming, but she's got a little green tick on her name, so I think she's online.
Yeah, she's
She's just, yeah. What we could do though, because Jennifer actually knows she's using Teams right away. Why don't we quickly show? Well, what we're gonna do is just share the screen, and no window, and just show you guys Teams a little bit. The bottom one. Yeah. Sorry, I just have to also teach Nate at the same time. Oh yeah, she is good. We got it. Oh, share and pause. You'll need to go back to the window. Oh, no. Just Alt tab or whatever into the other window.
He doesn't have alt.
Is that a command tab or something?
Yeah, you have the same thing. Right?
It's not really, yeah.
Oh, Christ.
Oh yeah, there you go. Keep clicking that.
All right, you can't see it.
So we're just gonna quickly, guys, show you guys Teams real quick to make sure everyone's like knows what's what. Because we know it's not like a normal thing for everyone, so we just make sure everyone's got it. But there's a bunch of obviously posts. Like, be sure to scroll through. Like, we're putting up all the recordings in there as well. So the links to all the previous videos. There's a if you look at like say Erin's post here, that's a post on this. It's not. This isn't really a group chat. So if you put a post up, what's good about it is that people can reply to that one post, and that conversation's all contained inside the one thing. So that you can come back and we can start threads on a particular topic, and that way it's not just this random chat of random stuff.
It's like a blog,
Yeah.
effectively.
You could reply to her Netflix thing.
Yeah.
The name is Nate right now. Just
Oh
to
yeah,
show
yeah,
that.
yeah. What was that Netflix show? Ashley Madison.
Yeah, I watched it.
Yeah. So we can reply just back to this one, and that way it stays inside the thread and doesn't sort of go everywhere else. So we've started a thread for all the clips, like so you can watch back all of this stuff. Oh, so cool.
Are you okay?
Not even answering the question.
Well, just an example, and that's what came
Okay.
from it.
All right.
It's how to use a computer. I just didn't know.
I'm also teaching Nate at the same time in case you
I've
guys
been,
realised.
in my defence, I've been working for 28 years and I've always had a MacBook, and so using Microsoft products is incredibly difficult for me. Go ahead.
So up the top there where Nate's cursor is at the moment, it says Cohort May 2024. I've changed up the notes section just so you've all got your own little tab. So there's that little thing on the left which is now purple that you just clicked on. Just put your cursor on that bit just to make sure. Yeah, that bit there. Just you click on that and it opens up everyone. So you've all got your own little thing. And I've done that just because as we go through this next 12 weeks it could get quite crazy, and it's just a nicer way to put it in. Everyone's links and everything's under digital footprint. So if you click on that digital footprint one, Nate, if you're wanting anyone's like links or emails or whatever, it's all there, so you can go find everyone's stuff. And if I've missed stuff of yours, just put it in there. And then in week 1, week 2, any homework and stuff that we set, we'll put it there. So if you're having trouble finding that, this is your way around, just so we're all on the same page. That's where it all is. And in that post section, if you don't need to have like notifications on for anything, but I would suggest like at least just like popping in once a day at some point for a couple of minutes just to see what's in there, because Vanessa's gonna like increasingly put more things in there for you guys to think about and prompt you on how to do stuff. So just have one little quick check in there, and also you might be able to answer each other's questions if you see them. All right, we can stop sharing. That's all. Just want to make sure. Any questions about Teams? Has anyone got any like the fuck?
Stanley, what you were showing me there is not what I'm seeing on my team's profile.
Oh yeah, share your screen then. Let's have a look.
Oh, give me a second.
I finally got it working on my phone.
Oh
Oh,
gosh,
yes.
I'm gonna maybe just update my settings here. It might ask me to log in and out again.
Oh yeah, it's all right. If what we can
Just
do, Nick, is I'll get the team to jump on a call with you later today, and we'll get it set up properly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I can see, so maybe just to, I can just take a quick screenshot, but I can see the cohort and the teams and in general, but like how you've got everything categorized on the left-hand side of the navigational tab, I don't see that. I just have general. And then on the right-hand side of my main panel, I've got posts, file, cohort May 2024.
Yeah. So
Then,
click the cohort May 2024.
Yeah, and then I've just got notes from the attentions agency or the attention seeker.
And then on the top left-hand corner, there should be like a little icon that has like books. It looks like books stacked.
I'm not seeing that. I don't have that on my view.
Okay, so just jump on a call with the guys. It'll be somewhere on that page. You've probably just got a setting set up differently that just looks different to right now. So I'll get the guys to jump on a call with you and then I'll show you. But it's that Cohort May page. It's just, we just need to find out where on your screen it's showing.
Where are
Yeah. Are you on a Mac or a PC?
I'm on a Mac.
Okay, cool. And then are you doing it through Teams itself or through the browser?
No, through Teams
Okay,
itself. I
cool.
downloaded the desktop app.
Yeah, so I'll get the guys to jump on a call for you and then they'll figure it out for you.
Okay, cool. I'm just going to quit and reopen just so that I can update my settings because it's asking me to, so I'll quit and rejoin now.
Cool. Sounds good. All right. Any other questions about Teams, guys? Just while we go through, because we know it's a lot. Maybe we should have done this probably in the first session.
Well, no, but you take it's use case. It's use case.
Is there a way through the Teams app to see the meeting starting and join a meeting through the Teams app, or is it just through that one email you sent?
So there should be, that email we first sent should be a calendar invite. And then if you accepted it should sit in your calendar. So every Friday, it should just sit there.
Yes, okay.
Yeah. And so that's where you'll find it.
And that's in Teams or in your email, doesn't really matter.
Yeah, if you have the Teams set up with your current email, then there's a calendar view in Teams as well, and you should be able to see it there as well.
Okay, cool. I'll find it later. Thank you.
Yeah, we could put the link in Teams. I mean, it wouldn't be that hard to do as well. So we could.
Don't worry.
We should bill Bill Gates 10 minutes of our time for
Bill Gates. Yeah, for him making this program shit.
making people understand his program.
Yeah. All right, so Nate's going to run today's session, and we're going to, Jennifer, you were here, but you're the target today because you were the first to get your homework in. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go through the single-minded proposition process. Nate's going to take Jennifer through it. All of you are going to listen, and at each stage that we get through, we're going to stop and then go around the circle and help each one do it. And then what's going to happen is you're going to have a template PowerPoint, and your homework for this week, so you know now, is you're going to be filling that in. So take notes on what you're doing. The autopilot that you will see, a link goes into the posts inside Teams. So inside Teams, there's a thread for all our recordings, so the YouTube clips and all the Otter. Otter is the AI chatbot that you can go ask questions about the session. If you haven't had a look at it, jump in and have a look. It's real simple, but it listens to our whole conversation, and then you can ask it stuff like, what the fuck did Stan say to me at the start of the session? You know, and it'll tell you what I said to you, right? So after today, Jennifer, because she was first to get her homework done, she's going to have her PowerPoint done, so she's good. But all the rest of you're going to have to then go fill yours in, right? So you're going to take all the notes from today, fill it in. We will go around the circle and you'll have all the stuff you need. It's just a manual task of actually putting it into this deck. So you now have this sort of like brain positioning guide and we're sort of all set up from it. That make sense?
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So I'll hand over to Nate, and that's your prize for getting your homework done. Being teacher's pet, Jennifer.
Where can I put these guys? I don't know, we can't see them very much.
That little top right there expands a little bit. And then I think you do whatever color you want to set it up.
Like half and half. You know, when you do the
Your windows now?
yeah, it's the
I'll do this one.
expand. No, if you hover over the expand, like hold.
There.
Yeah, and then tile to the left of the screen, or right,
That's incredible.
and then click on that one, and it'll auto do it.
Nate's getting computer lessons for it.
I hate Teams. Well, I don't hate Teams actually, I'm getting used to it. But
That was
The Mac user doesn't know how to use a Mac. That's the problem.
my thing is really tiny, I can't see it.
Just
wait
close
for a
that
second, guys. We're just having a little senior moment.
I can't use a Mac either, Nick.
I can use a Mac, it's not going to work like this.
Nah. If you want, I can put it.
No, I just don't mind. I don't mind. I don't mind. If I just do this and put them there,
Cute.
make this bigger. I'll put that one over. No, that's not good. So. There you go. Now we can all see you all, apart from this crown. Okay, apologies for that. All right, so this is weird for me because this is my brain process that I'm going to do live, which I've never done before. Like I've never done this before, so it's kind of like a weird thing. But I think it'll be all right. But just letting you know that that's weird for me. So basically, what we do here, and what I've done throughout my career, is you create a brand positioning deck. Now they are quite a lot more complicated and in depth than this, but we don't need to go there at this point. So I've basically sort of cherry picked the things that I think we as a group will need to go to the next step. So the next step from this is we go to what we call campaign, and that's where we come up with the creative ideas that you're going to need to sell your brand or write for yourself or take photography or whatever it is that you need to do. This is the guiding star for that, and this is what we do for every single client that we have, so that we're really clear when we brief anyone or when anyone else does the work. This document tells them exactly what they need to know in order to follow the brand, so therefore whenever your communication goes out, it's all in line. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So those things are our vision. That's what our business wants to achieve. Like this is what the lofty big thing that we think, like, you know, like Nike's would be, everyone deserves the right to be an athlete. And our mission, so in order to achieve that, we do this because this. They're very similar, but you need to have both. And then what are our values? So what are the 4 things that we as a brand really value? Like what are the things that we need to, like if the brand was a person, what would that person's values be? Like, are they trustworthy? Do they have integrity? Like blah, blah, blah. And then tone of voice. So this is just a guide, and I've put 4 points in this, but there can be more or less. And this is just when we speak, what's the language that we use? Like what are some of the words that we use? So that when people read us or they see a video, they link that back to what the brand stands for. And then from that, you have a single-minded proposition, which is literally a line. It's kind of like a tagline, basically, for your brand to go, this is our tag. If we did a poster, this would probably be what we'd put on the poster. That make sense? It's kind of what a lot of the stuff we did last week, obviously, but now I'm going to put it into a thing that we can then have, we can each hold and have that's tangible that we can then use when we start to communicate. All right, so.
Just on this, when we're going through this, like me, Nate, and Joni all come at this from different angles too. So we're gonna like probably disagree a lot until we agree, and that's like the best way to do it. And I think for you guys, when you go away and do this, if you get team involved or partners, whatever, you need to disagree before you agree. Like we need to really make sure we've explored everything, so that you find the best outcome. Like, and you'll see like especially me and Nate, because like I almost just disagree from just for the point, just to do it, and then we'll finally get to a point of agreement. So just so you all know, like that's a good part that we need to play here, and when we go to your own ones, we need to really test everything to make sure we're on the right track.
And like I've said before, I like to get things wrong really quickly, because then you can have a discussion. It's better to get something wrong and do that quickly rather than overthink everything and take your time and then get it wrong. Because once you get it wrong, then people generally tell you what they think's right, and that really helps this process. Like people just go, no, that's not what I want, and then you go, okay, that's good. We want that. We want people to say that because it helps us get to the point. All right. So, based on your homework, Jennifer, your vision would be to create happier human beings because we nurture relationships by bringing people together over delicious food. Do you think that makes sense? Yeah. Does the group thinks that makes sense as a mission for a brand?
A vision.
Vision for the brand.
Yes.
Do we think that salmon makes better human beings?
I was thinking it from the point of like the brand of salmon. People buy it, like they buy it to get together, therefore they're happier, therefore when they're happier they are better human beings.
Yeah.
So in a roundabout way, yes.
I don't think you're wrong, but I think that's more of a mission than a vision.
Okay.
Do you see what I mean? I mean, they're close, but I think the vision's more around, like, for you, I think the vision's more around returning to traditional values, or does that make sense? So
yes.
Family and like that's for me where the language needs to be, much more around what you want, what your brand is going to achieve over the long term, which is making happier human beings. But I think it's more around like family values maybe.
Yeah,
Discuss.
so then a vision, because it's,
In the
so your mission is the we X because X, and then vision is a different statement, is that?
Yeah. Your vision's what in say 10 years, what your brand's going to achieve. What you'll be you'll be happy with.
So, yeah.
What you'll be happy with in
So
10 years
really-
if your brand got to this point. Would you go, I've made loads of cash, or which isn't a great vision because this is a vision that people can believe in, or is it I've returned family values to New Zealand, or you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, for me,
Yeah. We've got people. Yeah.
the way I look at
Issue.
it for ourselves is my language, if it helps, I don't know if it will, but I look at it as the thing I get out of bed to do. Like, it's the reason I get out of
Yes.
bed. Whereas, like, the mission is for me is like the thing I'm going to do.
yeah.
Like, I'm going to do this thing that will help me achieve something. But my vision is the reason, is the driving force. Like, it's the thing behind it all that actually gets me out of bed every day, which for us as a business is to do cool shit. Like, I want to live a life where I can just do cool shit and do whatever I want. And it's a little bit
Yeah.
gluttonous, but that's kind of the life I want. And then our mission that enables that is to be the best incubator for attention seekers in the world. Like, I need to create an environment where I create a powerhouse of creatives who can do all this crazy shit, who can help our clients deliver these stupid results so that then we get more money and then we can do more cool shit.
Yeah. So then, yeah, our vision would be like passing traditions down through generations, or getting people to pass those traditions down.
Is it
Can I ask Jennifer why you chose Happier Human Beings? Like, why does that matter to you?
Because everyone should be happy, and being sad sucks. That's kind of like I'm gonna pull up my notes here because
Yeah, go for
when I went through it, I kind of started from like the bottom to the top. I think because when we have strong sense of community, so we help nurture connections because across generations, because passing on family traditions is important. And then I had Nate's voice in my head going, well, why? So then, because passing traditions down helps to strengthen the family connections. Why? Because. And then eventually I got down to that. Well, doing all this stuff makes people happier. So then, I guess when you get down to it kind of granular, then it's we're making happier people. And I want everyone to be happy because it makes a better world when everyone's happier.
And for you, that's the thing you would get out of bed for, like to make a world full of happier people, as opposed to, let's just say, passing down tradition or making great products or whatever. Like, is the driving force that you get up every day.
Yeah, like having, strength. I like strengthening those family connections by passing down traditions because it's you have that and you're sharing from the grandparents down to the grandchildren, or from the parents to the children, and there's that whole family connection thing, I guess, is what I more get out of bed for.
And why is that? Because like there's other ways to do this, so why that? Why is that your thing?
Family, my thing.
Family traditions, passing down family traditions, why is it so important to keep that alive, and why does that get you out of bed? Like you personally, not like some crazy PR thing that you're trying to tell the world, I'm a good person. Like why does Jennifer want it?
Because passing traditions down helps me stay close to my family. Like when my grandmother would show me how to, say, make her cinnamon buns or something, and then she's given me her recipe for it, it just helps me feel more connected to her. That kind of way, and it just makes me feel loved.
Like it.
Kind of thing.
just so you know, that conversation I have in my head every day with myself, like literally that's what goes on in my head. What was it? What time then?
And Jennifer, with this, like, just so you know, when we get into this dialogue sometimes with clients, they feel like they're getting their ideas challenged from like, oh, we think your idea is shit, so therefore let's keep going. And it's not that. It's just making sure we're getting it real clear. So don't feel like we're like,
Yes.
by the way, Jennifer, this sucks, so we're going to keep going. This is us just making sure it's
Yeah.
right. And we want everyone to do this because like you really got to test your ideas from every angle to make sure it's solid enough that it stands up in every way, you know.
How do you say it? How
No,
do
that
you say
makes
it?
sense, totally makes sense, and I'm here for it, and yes, that's why I've come, to get that pushback, to get really clear on all of this.
There's a couple of people. Oh, I might just pull up the chat on my phone, and then because a couple of guys have put stuff in the chat.
Yeah, put it on chat, that's a good idea, because I saw that.
Yeah.
Feel free to speak, everyone else, and
Yeah.
help.
So Nick said, are we allowed to say, oh yeah, allergic to? Oh no, yeah, where are we up to? Smoked salmon makes people happy. It's hard to be unhappy with smoked salmon in your mouth from Roman and Tonga. Connecting generations by eating good salmon, breaking bread together. I quite like those terms, breaking bread. Because it's like there's a meaning behind that more than just, you know, like there's layers of truth to that word.
Next bit, mission.
Yeah.
I think there's vision. The vision is that you want people to feel more like close, connected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Connected as family.
That's right,
Okay,
yeah, we're
gotcha.
connected. And then like another reason, I came to New Zealand and didn't have my own family, I guess. So I've used like salmon and wine and good food to connect with my husband's family. So, you know, going over there and building that relationship with my mother-in-law and things over just salmon and cheese and wine and that kind of thing. So it is that, connecting that way
Make
as
it
well.
more personal, the words. You know, like more from them as a,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? More selfish.
I don't know, it's like the word family keeps coming
Yeah,
up.
family.
And like even like outside of like your direct family, your friends become family and like all of those things.
Mike, I'm just conscious because that's a little bit of craft work we need to do. I'm just conscious of the time to get around everyone. So I'm
Yeah.
thinking like we just get a base and then we have to craft them.
Yeah, that's fine. Yep.
Does that make sense? Like these aren't quite the right words, but I think your vision is just to make people feel closer. And I don't know how we say that now, but I mean that's the thing. I just need to spend some time crafting. But I'm just conscious because we've got the group.
Yeah.
We want to go around. I don't want to spend the time crafting your one and then we run out of time to go through the whole thing.
Yeah, good point.
So I reckon.
Yes.
So I reckon if we think your vision, which is like if you think where you started, actually your vision is to make people feel more connected. That's kind of weird, but it's good.
Yeah,
Because that's a big-
family.
Yes,
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah, that's good. I like it.
All right. So then we just go do the round robin.
Yeah, we'll just go around by your video.
I'm just going to write notes on here.
Yeah.
Alright, who should we start with?
Who do you want to start?
Roman, just start at your top, whatever, work around, go to Roman.
Roman, you're up.
Roman always ends up in at the top of the pile.
Hi, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, sure can.
So, this was probably the hardest thing so far, really, to be honest. I found that I didn't like the purpose statement that I had because the one that I shared in the chat last week, because it tended to kind of only focus on teaching. Like it sort of unlocked like one dimension, but not the other one. So I was trying to like simultaneously put more into fewer words. So what I got for the purpose, and I'm a little bit unsure whether that fits into the vision or the mission, but it's basically what I came up with was to constantly break into the new with the old.
Mm.
So
That's cool.
it's basically like almost, I think every artist could have this statement. You want to create something groundbreaking.
Yeah. That sounds like a mission, right? Like a
Yeah.
because it's not why.
It's not why.
Yeah.
So why? Why, Roman? Because that's great. I really like it. But yeah, Joni's point there is like, why do you want to do that? Like, what's the purpose behind that?
What's the purpose behind making art? So
Not
like,
making
not
art.
making
Not
art.
making art. That statement that you just said.
Yeah, why constantly breaking into the new with the old? Why is that? Why do you want to do that then?
Because that feels like what I'm supposed to do in this world. So
What does that mean to you? Like,
How does it make you feel?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, it's a very challenging thing to do, to come up with something that's genuinely new. And when you do it, it also always comes with old stuff, like with tradition. So in some ways, I think about like the purpose of making art is kind of a little bit not unrelated to what we were just talking about.
Yeah.
Because without art, kind of everything turns to shit. So without a challenge and without creating new ways of thinking and experiencing, then we end up in a
Yeah, I think that's it.
really curable world. I think.
Roman, I think you just said it.
You just said it.
You just
Without
said
art, everything turns to shit. I think that's a really good vision.
That's such a good purpose. Like, that's a reason to get out of bed, because if you
Yeah,
don't,
because if you don't do that, the world's going to go turn to shit, and you don't want that. None of them want.
Yeah, that's right.
that's fucking fantastic. That's like one of the coolest.
I want mine to be that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Without-
you're gonna try to stop me completely.
No. Well, you can keep going, but
You can
you
talk
can
all
keep
night
going,
about
but like we've stopped listening, so because this is it. Like, this is it. Like, this is so fucking good. There's so much layers to this as well.
Because the
It's-
word art encompasses a lot.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
outside of physical art, you're teaching and everything. That's an art in itself. So
Yeah.
I like it.
And it flows so nicely into your breaking into the new with the old as well, because that's the way you're gonna go do it. That's how you're gonna do it. You're gonna save art by breaking into the new with the old.
Yeah. Sick.
Which is your mission.
I'll shut up then. Let's go.
That's also great. You did great. You did great. Like, that was awesome.
We should change ours, which is without connection, everything turns to shit.
Yeah. Just got 6, 7 things. Without this, everything turns to shit.
Without salmon, everything turns to shit.
No, that's great, Roman. Honestly, like,
it's
that
good.
was actually really good. So,
And it's so not like from the art world, which is also good because it's got the word shit in it. But you know what I mean? Like it just
it's not a
already
fine arts
stats-
thing.
It's not a fine art, like thing. It's just proper
Very Roman.
street. Yeah, cool. All right, next.
Kylie.
What?
Kylie's up.
Kia ora tātou. Yeah, so mine is without culture, everything turns to shit. These are my key words. So I've got whānau transformation, thriving community, and culture.
Yeah.
That's all I've got at the moment.
Yeah. So you're bigger. I think you're community, really, aren't you? I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
I
really
think your
community
vision is-
driven, and
yeah.
it's around whānau transformation through culture.
I'd also I'd like to explore a bit, Kylie, with you about like, don't take this the wrong way, but like chip on the shoulder. And I don't mean to take this the wrong way, but like you've got like a thing, you're trying to prove that like, no, I'm worthy of this. Like we're worthy of this, all of us. You know?
Yeah, I'm definitely on a mission.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely on a mission, and I think it's external and internal as well.
Mm.
So I'm on a mission to let everybody else, e.g. who isn't Māori, know that, well, actually we are the shit. And I'm also on a mission to remind Māori that, we are the shit. And it's that our culture is our superpower. And so a lot of the work that we do is around allowing people to reach their untapped potential through reconnecting to culture. But because it's not just with Māori people that I work with, I want the vision to be inclusive.
What's the enemy? Who's the enemy? What's the enemy? Why? Like, what's the driver for this? Like, what's the bad thing that happened that then you need to do what you're doing?
Colonisation.
Yeah. Okay.
We're waiting to respond.
Get the fuck out
I
there.
apologise on behalf of the United Kingdom.
That's not good enough.
Is this something to get done now? Like, is going to get stabbed? Is this why you're wearing your suit?
Even that's an interesting point, because like I said, so it's not even just re-educating Māori, but some of the spaces, very white spaces that I walk into, and being able to educate them on the past. And it's not about blaming anybody, but it is about, like, before we move forward, we actually have to recognise that this stuff happened, and the effects that it has, and that the way to undo that is through learning. I think it was easier for me to come up with my one-liner.
Kylie, can I just ask quickly, if you do this and you're successful and you're doing these things, like what's the outcome for the person that you've taught this stuff? Like what can they now do because of it?
Yeah, so I want to see like rather than an individual. When I look at my vision, it's about a thriving community.
Is that about equality?
Yeah. It's about equality. It's about recognizing the power of rediscovering yourself. So, for an example, Stan, I've heard you talk quite a lot about, you growing up not really as a Cook Islander. And I know that when we rediscover who we are, we become a better version of ourselves. But there's a whole process that has to happen within that.
Yeah. So it's that thing. It's that like your purpose, your vision is like allowing people to become the best version of themselves. Like you, and then by extension, the community. I don't know the words top of my head, but. But it's like people, like when I say that out loud, it's too singular because it's not singular here. It's group.
Yeah.
It's definitely group. Enabling communities to be the best version of themselves.
I like that people think that because it doesn't necessarily mean you're just enabling your community to be better, but you're enabling the communities that not against you, but you know what I mean. Like you're enabling me to realise that there are wrongs, and I need to be a better person. And I need to accept that those, like for the non-Māori communities or the non-Pacific communities, you need to that also covers
reconciliation.
Like it's also like in me, I know that I'm aware of this thing and I know it's wrong and I allow the culture to be. Does that make sense? Because that makes it two-pronged then, because the people you're helping the individual, the Māori people, and you're also helping the white people. I know I do it like this, but that's what basically to realise, and then they become a better person because they're more accepting of the culture and the community and allow that to be.
Yeah.
One last question, just to see if I can get something else. So again, back to success. Like, if you enabled all these people to become the best version of themselves, what does that look like? What does a world look like where that is happening across the board?
Yeah. So we often, we talk about, that we are tupuna inspired and mokopuna driven. And so it's about using our ancestral knowledge, and that we've got all these well-grounded cultural navigators out there leading our communities.
Again, I'm going to ask the same question. What does the world look like when that's happening? Like, what is the feeling of the world? What does the world look like where everyone has this cultural knowledge, this cohesion as a community, and have become the best version of themselves? Like, what does that world look like to you? What is the nirvana that you're trying to get to?
Thriving is a word that comes to mind.
Yeah. What does
Understanding.
What does that mean? Like, if we're all thriving, is anyone thriving? So like, because humans are those people who adapt, right? So like, it's why the Karen phenomenon is a thing, because they've got nothing else to complain about, so they'll go complain at the shop because their life's so good, right? Because when your life's good, you got to find something else to complain about. So it's the whole thing. So like, so instead of thinking of it like that way, just like what sort of world would you live in? Because actually, even when life's really good and you've got things to complain about, actually you don't want to go back. Like, we don't want to go live in the 1600s and not have penicillin, right? Like, so what does a world look like when you've managed to change the world to where you want to be? How does it operate? How does it live?
That Māori are in full control of deciding what their future looks like.
Freedom of choice.
Is it like an acceptance?
Acceptance.
Like
Is it
everyone's
harmony? Is it harmony, like that all people are equal and get along, and there's none of this da stuff? Is that what it is, or is it?
Yeah, that's a part of it. It is, what is it? It is that Māori culture is thriving and alive, and that Māori is succeeding being Māori.
Yeah.
In their own country, running themselves in their own country.
Yeah. I mean, we haven't been able to determine our futures for a very long time.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I was testing because I don't know where it was going, but I was just pressing you to see where we could take it. But I think there's lots of good in there. I think it's it's definitely something around what we've got here. I think it just needs wordsmithing.
Yeah, definitely.
It just needs wordsmithing.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure we detected it at all angles. Yeah. All right. Next on our list is Nick and Dave.
Or Nick and Dave, I said no.
There's some good ones.
Dave's just running a little bit late. Dave, on brand, I'll throw you under the bus to start.
Oh, no mic, Dave.
No mic, Dave.
Oh, it's not. Okay.
How's that? Can you hear me?
Yeah. Go, Joe.
Yeah, sorry, I'm late. Nick's done more homework than me. But I'll go through it. I think the thing I'm struggling with on my side is I don't know if I need to change. Like, our vision from my side was to build cool apps, and like it was just like a technology focus. We kind of talked about it. It was like
That's great.
enable creators to like build the app of their dreams easily, and we've got a couple like
Build cool
I
apps
don't know,
isn't
that
terrible.
doesn't really relate to the customer and
Doesn't-
what they want to do. So
Doesn't need to.
Doesn't need to.
Doesn't need to.
This is
Might be
your-
selfish.
Mine's to do. Our one's to do cool shit, not for the customer. Fuck, they are doing the thing they want. We're helping them with their brand. I'm here to do cool shit. Build cool apps is
Right.
great. Like, so let's explore that just a little bit. Why is that cool for you?
I think me and the whole team just love technology. You know, that's why we got into it. And there's just so much cool shit you can do. Yeah, it's about unlocking that, like, unlocking that for people, and helping people with our ability to do that. I think there's so much cool stuff coming out. Like we're trying to build an AI app builder, so people will be able to talk to our app builder and create a custom app. Like it's just really want to do that.
It's kind of like play with tech.
Yeah.
It's like be a big kid. Like it's kind of like
Yeah.
it's like play with my toys. Like it's like play with my like like that's not the right words, but you know what I mean. Like I'm the same because I'm the same dude. Like I like love tech. I'm like obviously not a tech bro, but like I love tech. I love technology. I love playing with it. I spend way too much money on it that I don't need to. But it's just like I love doing that. Like it gets me out of bed to like play with shit. Like, we're the same.
Yeah,
like you and I.
Yeah.
That's a good
Yeah.
purpose because if you're going to go to someone who's like building an app for you, you want them to be passionate about it. Like, you know, like. So, why that though? Like, why is building that so cool? Like, what got you? What you and your team like? What are some of the reasons why you love playing with tech? What does it do for you that makes you happy?
I think like you're kind of saying, it's creating something. You create something. You know, it's not as visual as if you're a builder and you do something that like you can actually see it, but it's that kind of feeling that something doesn't exist at the start of the day and then it does at the end of the day. And then I don't know, part of it's the challenge. Like it's hard, and it's difficult problems. You're trying to figure out every day. I don't know, Nick, if you have any similar remark for you?
Yeah, from my perspective, I think the team also really enjoys being in the space because it's like an opportunity to continuously learn, and I think the team in general is quite curious. So it's the fact that we get to like build really cool apps in a space that's like currently like growing, changing, evolving, on a daily basis. It's not like, and again, please forgive me, I'll use a very generic stereotype, like a builder. A builder uses bricks in, a year's time, he's going to be using probably the same bricks to build a house. The kind of fundamental technique of building the house doesn't really change terribly quickly, where how we built apps, Dave, a week ago, 2 weeks ago, to how we're building apps today, like it's always changing, so it pushes the team to always have to like have a learning hat on, which I think the team really likes. And I think also just in terms of the app space, like apps are fundamentally complex and difficult things that we're trying to simplify. So just tackling something which is really hard. The team like winning in that regard as well. That's why I think they get it out of it.
There's something, and I think you've kind of got the words, and there's also something around growth or learn. Hey.
Just might put creating there because it's not just building; it's actually and that's not to mean just
part.
Yeah, it's the learning and inventing basically,
Yeah.
like that whole exploration. And
Is that like thing we talk about? Like you get fulfillment in work through learning and growing.
Yeah, like
As
the
opposed to,
exploration.
the
Like
exploration.
okay,
Yeah.
I've got a lot of words.
And then also delighting the customers, because quite often as well we'll do something that we think is really cool, and sometimes we'll back ourselves that we think it's a really cool idea, and then we put it in front of the customer, and that genuinely delights them, and it delights their end users as well, and we're like, oh wow, shit, we did a really cool thing there. Like that's awesome. And getting that like type feedback from our customers that are fiercely loyal. I mean, we had one customer that just out of the blue sent us a whole bunch of like 4 boxes of biscuits, just to say thank you for the awesome apps that they built, that we built them. So like that in terms of recognition from our customers validates that we're really doing cool stuff for them, which is fun.
Yeah, so it is that. Yeah.
Cool. All right, we just need a wordsmith, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's good. All right, Tonga. Get up. Where we at?
In my homework, I just listed about a bunch of sentences.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm gonna bring it up real quick. I'll bring it up real quick just so.
I really, for a while, I played around with the whole professional dreamer line. I thought that was kind of cool. I actually started up a group called the Professional Dreamers, and it was a bunch of creative entrepreneurs. And it's guys, but
Tell me what that means for you. Be a professional dreamer. Why be a professional dreamer? What is that for you?
It kind of describes someone who just dreams, and it's like a skill that is just rolls, and there's no, they've spent years refining it, and so to dream up ideas just rolls off their head kind of thing.
What's your punch the air moment?
Sorry?
What's your punch the air moment? Like when do you go like, fuck yeah, I've done that? Like when in your job does that happen?
When a client agrees to like build an idea that we threw out there and we thought they're not going to do it, and then the client comes around and says, yes, let's do it. So those moments are like, yeah, fuck yeah.
So that's more around innovation then, right? Or around...
Yeah. I feel like the word innovation is like fresh, and so like, it's such a professional word, like innovation, and I'm just like, what's another way of being innovative? Because innovation is also solving problems, it's dreaming up ideas, it's thinking outside the norm. So I kind of moved away from the word innovation, but...
Something about boundaries, like pushing boundaries.
Yeah.
It's overused, but just everything she said.
breaking
down. Is that then a status quo thing, or is it when you celebrate that? Is it because you've done something different, what does that give you? Like, what does that mean for your business? Does that mean your business is going to be more likely to get to do more different stuff?
I guess we just thrive in doing different stuff. Like, my problem is that I get bored. Like, people always ask us, what's trendy, or what's the trend? You know, and they're alluding for us to know what the trend is and follow it. And for me, that's like the worst possible thing you can ask me to do. It's like, I'm a creative person and I'm an innovator, so let me be creative and innovative for you. So for us to be able to pitch something different that's not on trend, it might be on trend in 5 years' time, and a client agree to it, is like, that's cool.
Are you creating and innovating for the sake of it, or is there a purpose behind your creativity and innovation, or are you just doing it for the sake of doing it?
I think that's what that makes me get out of bed. If I have to get out of bed and do the same thing over and over.
I mean, for like a client, from a client's perspective, like if you're creating this new thing for them, because you're telling them, don't tell me what to do, you've hired me to do this thing, are you creating the end product for them because it's the right, best solution for this thing, or are you doing it because you're like, you know what, this is fucking cool. This is a piece of art.
Sure, both. Like, I find that the big concept, usually there's a story, and that story is very much connected to the client, and it might be where they've come from, or the particular site that they're building on, or their family. And so, like, a classic example is, we had a married couple, wife is Chinese, husband is Kiwi. They lived in New Zealand, the wife has been on this Maori journey, and so she really likes, that's kind of like her hobby at the moment, and the husband doesn't really care. And then they tell us they don't like particular things. And so we went away and dreamed up this idea of harakiki, and it starts off green, and when it dries it turns brown. And then we use that story to tell the story of kind of like the wife's journey learning Te Reo Māori. And so we designed this Japanese inspired Māori, harakiki inspired bathroom for them. And it was like $100,000 bathroom for one tiny bathroom, and they said, yeah, let's do it. So those, like, kind of being innovative, telling stories, and when the client hears that story, they just say yes, because they fall in love with the story. And obviously the design is beautiful too.
Let's just go back down one. What are you innovating against? Like, what's the enemy? Why, like, you don't just innovate, there's a reason, there's a thing that drives you to do that. What is that? Do we know what that is?
Yeah. Design spaces that are specific to the client's needs and how they do stuff. Like, we have one client told us that they like dancing in the bathroom, and they use one of the glass mirrors there, and there's mirror, and we were talking about getting rid of the mirror. And so the best way to describe it is quite a bespoke approach to how people live, and it's kind of personal.
Yeah, I think you're still talking about the client though. It's not the selfish thing that you like. What's the thing that
Still doing a lot of how.
still you're doing how, and you need to go. What is the thing I'm fighting? What am I fighting against? What do I want to change? What do I want to change in the world? What does what I do change? What in 10 years' time, my work has got the world to this point that's different. What's that difference? Does that make sense? But it's selfish as fuck. It's like, I don't know. You might just hate shit bathrooms. I don't know, like, you know what I mean? Like, what is it?
Yeah, I guess I would hate for someone to see our work and just blend it in with any other kind of designer who does something similar.
Yeah.
I guess wanting to stand out.
Yeah. There's that idea of like being put in a box. Like some of her story of being like forced to live in a place that then's surrounded by, there's a story there. Not like the purpose is to not be
not be
labelled, not be put in a box. And you can take the positive version of that, whatever that, and when you wordsmith it, you can take a positive version of it.
Yeah.
It's that like, yeah.
Because that still does innovation, but doesn't say innovation. Do you know what I mean?
It's like, yeah. We need some wordsmith, and it's definitely not the right things, but it's this idea of like, you keep talking about like, I don't want to do what everyone else is doing. I want to do the thing I want to do. Don't tell me how to be. Like, you know, it's like, and that's the thing that gets you excited, because if you can do that, then you'll do anything for a client. You'll do whatever it is because you go, yeah, let me be me. Let me show you that I can dream, and I will. I don't know.
What about dreaming through design?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting a little bit missiony.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'll just write the notes down.
I think, Tom, for that we just need to we'll wordsmith it. We need to wordsmith it. But I think there's like, as a why, there's something around like
breaking a norm.
Yeah, breaking down the mold. Like there's something around you just not wanting to be put in a box, and you wanting to be able to be given the freedom to solve the problem the way you want to dream it up. That's what gets you excited, as opposed and we just got to get away from the how you do it. We don't want too much how in this. We just want why, and that seems like you keep on going back to that. Like, don't come at me with your ideas and to find out other people's ideas. I'm going to dream up my own.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does that work? I'm not sure if.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. All right. Baron Hasselhoff team.
Morning.
All right. Let me just bring up your notes real quick, so I've got them here. Let's go. Where did you get to with yours?
Our vision is to be the number 2 chocolate brand in New Zealand.
That's your drive.
It's a drive.
Is that what gets you out of bed?
The umbrella drive.
Yeah.
What does it mean to be number 2? We all probably know who number 1 is. So what does it mean to be number 2? What do you have to do differently? Because are you just trying to be a worse version of number 1, or you being your own version of your own thing, right? So like, what is that? What is the thing you're trying to be that makes you number 2?
That was a good question.
Well, no, I guess not.
Then you'll be number 1. No, I'll better than everyone else. So being better than everyone else is still the same as being worse than number 1. So, and that's not what it is, and I can tell because you're shaking your head, right? Because if you come second, you're better than everyone else, but you're still slower than first. You know what I mean? So, like, I would be.
Within our market, we would be number 1.
Yeah.
Which has got these sort of craft chocolates, higher end markets. But obviously, if you rank all the chocolate companies in New Zealand, we would be number 2. Well, that's our vision, is to become
But
that.
you're doing that by sales. Like
that would be one metric.
But you could be number 1 by something else. You don't have to be number 1 at the biggest one.
Yeah. Pick your own ocean to be number 1.
Yeah, just make your own thing to be number 1 in.
Okay.
True. Right.
Your homework was fight chocolate boredom, which I want to explore that a bit. Like, what does that mean? Because that's
going to be.
Yeah, Nate's going to be. But fight chocolate boredom. Like, tell me a bit about that. What does that mean to you?
Well, it's kind of not reinventing chocolate, but sort of reframing chocolates, craft chocolates, which, I mean, I'm not sure if anyone knows much about craft chocolate, but craft chocolate is making chocolate from the beans, so making it from basically the raw ingredient, and it's kind of a newish movement within the chocolate world, and that's kind of the world that we sort of sit in, sort of trying to reinvent that in some ways, and sort of pulling it from the classic sort of European, Belgian chocolates, the piece chocolate kind of world, into more of the sort of, well, what craft beer has done, I guess. There's a lot of sort of crossovers between what we're trying to do and what craft beer has done in the last 15, 20 years, whereas these days people know the difference between a States and a parrot dog beer. They know why they pay 2-3 times more for a parrot dog than they do a States. They're pretty well educated, and that's kind of where we sort of want to see our industry as well.
Yeah.
And we want to be part of that movement.
Why?
Because we want to sell more chocolate.
Cool. Yeah. What does that enable you to do? The selling more chocolate, what does that enable you guys to do as a team?
Have more fun.
Does, yeah.
have more fun.
For ourselves and for our customers.
Yeah.
To create more alchemy, to create more adventure for our customers.
Yeah. More fun's cool. Something along that like.
Fun. I was thinking something I like pushing limits. Like there's like a limit because of whatever it is, and then they will always reset their limit every time they achieve it. They'll go again and again and again.
Stuff,
They'll do more something cooler and cooler and cooler.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
That.
Yeah.
I just that sounded good.
Just like because I get it. Like if you make a great chocolate, it sells well. You now have money to go try figure out a new cool chocolate and push boundaries again.
Yeah.
That sells well.
Yeah.
You can go back again and do some more cool shit, fun stuff. It's kind of not too dissimilar to ours in that our growth enables us to do more cool shit. Your growth will enable you to do even better, cooler chocolate.
Yeah, because I guess our vision is that the more chocolate we sell, we're not going to just keep doing the same chocolate. We're going to be wanting to innovate, and because that's a direct relationship with our customers. We need their help to innovate. It's a quid pro quo situation.
Yeah.
So we want, and I guess that helps customers sort of be invested in our business as well by feeling like they're on this journey with us of taste alchemy.
Why do you like, just personally, like, why do you guys like making, like, inventing new chocolates or developing, innovating on chocolate? Why do you like doing it? Outside of the money piece.
I guess it's just how our brains work as well. Like we're just constantly trying to think of something fun and fresh and interesting, and just, I guess collaboration with other producers as well is something we find really exciting and interesting.
Very fun and people love it.
Yeah.
And they love us for it.
And it's good marketing as well. People always love to see something fresh and interesting. It's that hook for people, but it's also a hook for us because it keeps, it breaks up the time in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Experimenting and working with something new and interesting.
Where we got to with them is kind of like that. It's like the virtuous cycle we have of they make cool chocolate, it sells really well. They now have money to make other cool chocolate, push boundaries, go further, do things more. That sells well. They get more money to do more cool shit. So something similar sort of stuff. Yeah.
What about being the most loved chocolate brand in the world? Because there's a difference between I don't love Cadbury's, I eat it, I don't love it.
Yeah.
But
I would wonder if it's something more around rather than loved. It's like the love comes from the fact that they're the most adventurous. Yeah, the most adventurous, most innovative.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
So you be that, and the love just comes from it, because but they're the brand pushing the boundaries on things.
Can I ask, where does the actual name come from? Baron Hasselhoff.
Yeah, that's a whole nother story. So the Baron is a mythical creature that we invented, and he travels the world looking for new tastes and inspiration, and he sends his half-baked ideas back to us, his chocolate disciples, in Wellington, and we do all the work.
So this is it's something around this, maybe even not adventurous, like.
It's like storytelling through chocolate almost.
I think we need to craft the right word for that, but obviously if that's what the name comes from.
It's Willy Wonka in real life.
The reason I asked it because obviously Hasselhoff, I just thought of the Hoff.
Yeah. He's a distant cousin.
They're distant cousins.
Don't worry.
We're not worthy. We're not worthy.
The kit of chocolate or something like that. I just think that could be really fun. That's why I asked about the name, if there's a relation to the Hoff.
They are distant cousins. Yeah. I mean, the reason we sort of created this sort of character was to sort of just build a story around something other than ourselves.
Yeah.
And just sort of basically give us free license to make up any shit we wanted to.
Yeah.
That's fucking sick.
Which is fun, because we kind of looked at the rest of the chocolate brands and everyone to tell them the truth. we use the best beans, we use the best quality ingredients. It's all the same story, it's very tale. So we were like, we want to create something that's not tale and give ourselves free license to lie as much as we like, which was quite helpful.
I think there's something in that though.
Yeah.
It's like being the most, I don't know,
crazy.
Just make it more whimsical, you know.
Whimsical.
Yeah.
It brings out more of the magic and the flavour adventure to also have all these, you know, kind of
made up stories
that surround it.
It's
Yeah, it
most
tickles
bizarre
people.
brand in the world.
Bizarre.
No,
Audacious.
we need to have that somewhere in it, but it's definitely the purpose isn't to be that. That isn't.
No.
That's one of the how. I do that by being a how.
I do that by being bizarre and like
Yes.
pushing and
Yeah, because by being bizarre means I don't give a fuck what other people think. I'll do what I think's right and give shit a go.
that's how I go about
That's how I
doing
go
it.
about doing it. But it's just it's something. It's adventurous. I don't think is the right word, but it's this idea of experimentation. And
Alchemy and
You
alchemy.
like to keep things about 20% weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I definitely think that's going to come in.
We got to their proposition last week, which is the chocolate alchemists.
Yeah.
That's what they are.
Chocolate.
Yeah, that's all around the magic and the Harry Potter world. It's all that's the language we need here. But we just
we just need to wordsmith this. This is good though. Yeah. All the lines. Okay.
Yes.
Cool. Perfect. I love it. All right, Rod.
Nice. Thank you.
Okay, so came back to empowering through movement. Movement's super broad, same as empowering, but that is as short as I could make it. I thought less is more.
that's still customer focus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why
do you want to
I
do
think
it?
you keep that. I think that's
That's good. That's good.
Maybe even S&P.
Yeah, maybe it's
Yeah.
or even in the mission. What you do, you empower people to move. Because
So
yeah,
I
I think
tried
that's right.
writing-
I'm not saying that's wrong. I just think that you just need to go selfish and go, why the fuck do you do that?
Okay, so I wrote a few notes just on what
Yeah.
while people were talking and just some of the questions you guys were relaying at them, and well, I guess the sedentary lifestyle inactivity is a massive driver for disease. Biggest, I guess here, especially with my family, that at my age or slightly older, I'm the smallest of my family, and I've always been the smallest. And even when I was 100 kilos, I was the smallest among the men in my family.
Yeah.
Stan knows the guys in my family, they're huge. Obesity in Polynesian culture is we're the biggest people on the planet as a people. And it sucks, it's shit, it's horrible. And you know, with my journey with with movement, with martial arts, with all sorts of fitness and stuff, I just kind of fell in love with being physical, and the education that they came with through traveling, for training kettlebells, training martial arts and stuff, and all sorts of physical activity. I just wanted to teach, to show that we don't have to be like this. We never used to live like this. What's changed? Why has our lifestyle changed? Why has our nutrition changed? Why do we move less? And the benefits that come with movement, I want to promote that, and I want to go back to that for our people, for everyone. You know, for my mum and dad, I'm training them twice a week now. You know, if I can't train my own parents, I have no business in training anybody. And I always look back to my family, and every now and again they'll come and train with me, and it's cool. But as a people, like I have friends that are Pacific Island ethnicity that can't swim. Their parents grew up on an island and they were all expert swimmers, divers, fishermen. Some of my good mates can't even swim, or they're not confident in the water, and that's ridiculous. So
I think there's something about.
Is it just eradicate obesity?
Well,
I don't
no,
think so.
I don't think so. I think it's something around saving. I think it's safety and saving in it, because actually the main thing he does is he teaches fighting.
Yeah.
Right? The main way he goes about it.
Yeah.
And the vision, like to be selfish, it's something to do with like my people.
Yeah.
Like it's my family,
Yeah.
my people.
Yeah.
Like it's like, yes, you're gonna teach a bunch of people in your mission. Like it's gonna be all encompassing, But your vision, like truly, it just sounds like it's for you and those you love.
Yeah.
Like it's your people.
Like I want to, like this is maybe not the right words, but like I want to save my people.
Yeah, that's what I put save my people from.
Oh, sorry, I should look at what you're doing. No, but I don't even know if you need from. Because like, and maybe it's easy because I know Rod a bit better, but like, yeah, there's the fighting piece of it, which is the main business. This is main how, and like, but it's not everything. But there's like other things he does, like the clean eating, the like the Whole Foods, like the way he grows his own stuff in his own garden.
People?
Potentially, yeah, protect or save. I think we need a wordsmith.
Yeah, we need a word on that, but it's something to do with.
It's always been Rod in our friend circle of the guy who actually he's a green. If we think about our community, he's a green.
Yeah.
He's been that one in our group where like if we gave people shit, he'd probably call us out on it more than he'd be like, "You're a bit of a dick stand."
I like protect over save then. Like as a green energy, it's like nurture, protect, nurture.
Educate as well, and I understand that. So that I'm Polynesian, but I'm also Scots and Kiwi background, so I want to incorporate that as well. I want the equality to shine through, and the access was a big thing. Like if you see there's a program running and it's about $100 a week for 20 weeks for people to sign up and do the program and potentially fight at the end. Well, that $100 a week for a lot of people, they just can't afford that. So we do a system where we can reduce the cost and people can pay in other ways, and so the access is big as well. And the quality doesn't go across culture, ethnicity, also classes, and we just want everyone to have access to good quality nutrition.
They're all things that you do to achieve this vision, which is you protecting your people from whatever, like from
whatever the things.
Being ill-educated, from
bad fighting practices,
exactly.
From bad technique,
from injury,
from bad diets, bad culture,
and
that's good.
The fighting side, that was a branch of the ultimate goal, which was having a hub where you can come and train. Combat side would be a big part of it, but there'll be yoga, lip strength, and other things as well.
And there's all these different things you're doing to even in the family situation do it.
And empowering them to look after themselves.
Which is the mission, like that's what you're going to do. The mission is the things that you actively do to achieve the vision.
Because if you lived in a world where all your people were protected, you'd be stoked. Like that would be like the best life ever.
If everyone was fit and healthy and happy and educated, that would be
good quality of life, longevity, all of the above.
Okay, that's good.
Less disease.
Nailed it. Okay, good. That's the hardest one, guys. That's definitely the hardest one.
Yeah, because the next one comes from that.
It's definitely the hardest one. And it all sort of starts to come out of this now, which we'll start to see. So we'll just keep playing along. Jennifer, you're up.
So the mission is then the thing that you do to achieve that vision. So what's the day-to-day thing that you do? So you basically provide people with food that they can break bread together with, or something like that. Do you see what I mean?
Yes.
It's almost the line that we had, that she had before. I think it's on the 7th, slide 7. We create happy human
people.
beings because we nurture relationships with people. They bring people together with delicious food. It's almost just that. I don't really think it needs too much work. Do you have any thoughts now that we've gone through this, Jennifer, and heard some stuff? Do you think, like, is there anything you'd change on that, like bringing people together over delicious food as a way that you do it?
Or is it, no, that's too restrictive if we say families?
Yeah, I was thinking families initially, but I don't want it to be too restrictive to families because it's more, your friendships as well, which are like your chosen family, but family sounds nicer.
Yeah, no, I think, but to me it's not, because
You're
not, it's just, it's not, community's not the right word because it's too big, but it's like, like you bring groups of people that love each other together over delicious food, or...
I think there's one more bit to it that we're missing, which is something like tradition, like bringing people together over delicious food from tradition or something. Through tradition.
Through like bonding through traditions or
something like that.
Bring people like closer over delicious food through tradition, something like that.
Yeah, I think there's some workshopping, but I think the 3 key things there is people as general, good food, and tradition. Those 3
People
things.
and traditions and food, or like the
Mixing
tradition,
words with
the tradition of
yeah.
coming together over food or something.
Yeah, but like even before, where I think Tonga put in the chat the breaking of bread.
Yeah.
Because like we like even just enabling the breaking of bread with like that has so much connotation to it already.
Yeah.
You don't need to explain it.
Yeah.
There's so much in the term breaking bread.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, leave that. I think that's it. I think what we do is that is we just need to wordsmith it.
Yeah.
You already had it pretty good in your homework, so I wouldn't try to do too much there. Like it's pretty simple. That's what you do. You use tradition to make really good food, and then you have people eat it.
Yeah. Exactly. But in a more poetic way.
Yeah. That's my job to write that.
Yeah. Okay, Roman, how do you? Oh well, I thought Roman's was kind of there as well, right? Like
Everyone's was kind of
everyone's
there.
was pretty close. So they were just in
mission.
Little section.
Yeah, they were in. Let me bring it back up again. Constantly break into the new with the old. What do we think, Roman? Like, is that how you go about making sure art doesn't disappear, or it does? Like, you know, is this your method?
Yeah, I think so. I was just writing it down. I couldn't come up with anything different. So I'm pretty sure, like, if I list the tactics, I think we just kind of get into a different thing other than the mission. You know, like digital experimentation, making books, exhibitions, interactive sessions and installations. And I think it's constantly just whatever is new, we bring art to that space.
Yeah, break to new field. Yeah, constantly break to new. I agree. I really liked it from the beginning. It just wasn't quite right for purpose or for vision. Yeah. Oh, look at you, Roman. Just your class pupil today. Star pupil. Okay, cool. Let's not break if it's not broken. To fix what's not broken. Kylie. I'm gonna bring your one up again too, because I think his is.
Yeah, so I think my vision's still off a little.
Okay.
And listening to the brother that does the boxing, I think mine's more in like that. Even though I do education for Pākehā people and I'm Māori, it's not really for them, if that makes sense. So everything that I do is to heal and empower my people.
Okay.
And part of that empowerment, I have to re-educate others.
Heal's another word for reconciliation. And there's a lot of reconciliation's a word that keeps coming to my mind.
Yeah.
Like heal our people.
So my little one-liner for my vision was to heal and empower my people.
Yeah.
Doesn't even need empower. Is it the fact that they've lost their power? That's what he's healing.
Yeah. Heal my people, protect my people.
Yeah.
Now you'll notice that they're very similar. That doesn't don't worry about that at all, because like if you look at most of the brands in the world, they're pretty much their visions are very similar. That's just the thing. There's only so many things that you could want to do.
Yeah. And we'll still wordsmith them a bit anyway, just to make sure we've got the right word for each of you. And like, to be honest, Carly, you might even like decide that, well, actually the fact that it's in English isn't right for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Like you might want to translate that into today and figure out what that, you know, so, sorry, I got a spare battery here, sorry. So let's go on mission, like how do you do that?
Actually, Stan, now that you've said that, so we have a philosophy, and just briefly, it's mai te kore ki te ao marama, so from the nothingness into the world of light. And so that talks about, I think I might play on that a little bit.
Yeah. Put that in the chat, because there's no way that Nate's going to be able to spell that out. So
no, sorry, apologies again.
Put that in the chat. But let's talk about mission first. Like, so how are you doing that?
Yeah, so I don't know if this is my one-liner. So I've got curate Māori experiences that educate, heal, and connect. So I don't know if that's my mission or...
Yeah, that's a mission.
So it was
The words
to
curate
curate Māori experiences. And I called them Māori experiences because there's lots of different things. Like Roman, it could be an exhibition, it could be a wānanga, but it could be a workshop. But by calling them experiences, then they allow me the freedom to decide what that is.
So what was
Great
So
Māori experiences that
curate Māori experiences that educate, heal, and connect.
Yeah, just check. Yeah.
Perfect.
It makes sense to me because that is what he does.
I just wonder if it's too
Fluffy.
broad for him specifically, like
Structured. Feels like
it's not like anyone could say they're the best in the world at that.
Yeah.
Like, what can he do better than anyone else? I had a feeling before today, and I forgot about it, but now that we're going through this, the thing that potentially you could be best in the world at, Kylie, in this mission, the way you could do it is about communication of it, because like you are, and your mission is actually to be so prolific on these social media channels that people can't get away from this course, and yes, you will then have services that go in to educate, like you create these Māori experiences as a service, as a product. But actually, like, by being the best communicator, like no one could compete with him in that. You know, that's something he can have different to everyone else because he's willing to. We even talked about that last week, how like a lot of people aren't willing to do what he does on social media because of looking like a dick, or like Rod talked about, one of his concerns is insecurities, and some of the other guys agreed, is that he feels like a bit of an eat-ass when he talks on thing. And Kylie's like, you know what, fuck, I don't care if it gets the message out and it helps me bring these people together. I'll do it. I'll do what I have to do. So is it that his mission is to like be the best communicator? I don't know the words to use. Best communicator online, or best communicator in the world, whatever platform, doesn't matter. So that he can curate these Māori experiences that heals people, that then drives his vision, isn't it? How do you feel about that, Kylie, when I just say that out loud? I just like play it for a bit.
Yeah, I kind of like that. That whole owning that space, that social media space. When I look at, so I've often thought of, I don't know if you know about the hip hop preacher, Eric Thomas.
Yep.
And so kind of like, so I want to be like the Māori version of him and Gary Vee type of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I really see the potential that social media has for Māori people to get their kaupapa out and raise awareness.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you can really own that space as a mission better than just curating Māori experiences, because lots of people do that as a service. Yeah. And can you really hand on heart say yours are better? Because what does that actually mean, to be better? But you can communicate it better to the world so that it becomes mainstream. Like, you could have 1 million followers, and 1 million followers on social media means that like it's not just New Zealand seeing you, it's the world seeing you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I like it.
Which is that similar to like I don't know, taking Māori culture to the world through social media? I don't know.
Yeah, just saying, we'll workshop it, but just being the best communicator in the world about your culture is a thing you can own. Is a thing you can actually own as a mission, and that's how you're going to achieve the thing that you're trying to achieve. Like, actually, the only way for you to really make the difference is for it to be widely accepted, and everyone gets into it. So you have to communicate this better than everyone else. But actually, like in Roman's case, for instance, he doesn't actually need everyone to know about his work. It could be good, but actually, art doesn't need that. Like, it doesn't need that validation the same way that, you have, the only way for you to achieve your thing is to do that. But art can exist regardless of how popular it is. Right? So like, there's a reason that you need to have communication.
Cool.
Okay, cool. Let's leave it there. We'll wordsmith it and fix it up.
Nick Nadave. Nick Nadave.
Actually, let me just bring up his one too.
Ours feels pretty lame compared to some of these, but I think we're trying to what I've got down. I don't know what you've got down. What I've got down is giving online creators the app of their dreams, or something along those lines. We launched Epic apps for our customers.
Mission for me is like we build epic things. We build epic apps to help our customers grow their businesses, grow and scale their businesses. We do cool stuff every day, but the cool stuff needs to help our customers grow and make money. So that's something which is really important to us in terms of the mission. So like we want to continue doing cool stuff in the app space, but the cool stuff still needs to have a commercial impact for our customers.
There's something about when you think about creators and influencers that we meet, they just have no fucking clue.
That's what I was gonna say, like the word providing, like
Yeah,
you
when they
provide like tech.
Provide the tech, provide the tools.
Yeah, providing the tools.
Because they have no clue even the options they have. And these guys, for you guys to do this really well, you can't, it has to provide a thing that the influencer goes, oh shit, that's possible.
Yeah.
As opposed to there's no way they know that this is a solution already. You have to be able to present to them and they go, oh fuck, can I do that? Holy shit, that's awesome. Because the influencers don't know, they're creators, they're not, for the majority. And if they aren't, if they're business people, then they don't need you because they know how to do it already. So you're going after the people who, so it's that, I don't know the words.
Yeah, enable creators to succeed, or even just something about open-mindedness, or learn, or that aha kind of that feeling.
Provide the know-how, tech, and the tools.
It's
like unlocking something.
Yeah, it's like what we talked about with Carter. Like when Carter came and did his internship here, and how he was like, oh wait, people make money doing this, and it blew his mind. Oh, I don't have to just pack shelves at Countdown.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like that. They're like, oh fuck, there's a way here, possibilities.
Yeah.
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 Right.
Because if you can be the best in the world at doing that thing, then that will get you more clients, which enables you to do more cool tech shit. And actually, if you're the guys who are best at tech, and which these guys have talked about, the people who are best at tech simplify it so that their users know how to use it really simply. Yeah. That we don't have to do a tutorial on how to use Teams.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah.
All the best tech's just not tech.
Yeah.
Doesn't feel like tech.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that at the end there, unlock possibilities, potential, unknown possibilities,
Yeah, I like it. Okay, any other thoughts you two before we move on? I like it. It needs wordsmithing.
All of these do. But
all of these
those things take a while. I do actually do work.
Yeah, but yeah, I like that theme of we provide the tech to you just focus on being the awesome and incredible creative, but we're going to give you the tech that's going to enable you, empower you to win.
I think the know-how, for me, the know-how is really important as well, though. You don't just give them the tech; you work with them so they understand how it works, and you do specific tailored solutions, and that's more around understanding, and then do you know what I mean? That's important, I think, for me, from your business. You don't just give them a thing, and you don't just go, "Here's your tech, see ya." You work with them as a team to make sure that the tech's right and the tech delivers on what they need.
Exactly.
And that's important.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Cool. Good. Tonga. I feel like we had Tonga's already as well.
Yeah, I think we had.
I've just got here that we turn bad spaces into better ones.
Bad spaces into better. I like it. Yeah. I like it. That's so on the nose.
I reckon the word better could be a little bit more dramatic. But so I don't, yeah, I reckon better could be replaced with another word, but I don't know.
Fucking better ones. Fucking ones.
That's why Nate gets paid the big bucks, you know?
Yeah, I'm done for the week now, see ya.
Yeah, I mean, fuck.
Yes, that's, yeah, I mean, the wordsmithing needs to be done, but that's pretty much, yeah. That's a great thing to say to people. What do you do? Oh, we turn shit things into great things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it need a how? I feel like it's real SMP. I love it. That's why it's so
maybe
good.
you're right.
It's
Yeah,
so
yeah.
good because it's an
Yeah.
SMP.
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
link
you're
it
right.
all
It's
back.
so good.
Yeah, you're
like,
right. This is more around like,
This is single-minded proposition. This is a tagline. Like, imagine this on a billboard. You don't have to explain what you do. This is it. I turn bad spaces into fucking awesome ones.
yeah.
Okay, cool. I've got a bad space at home. I need you.
I need it fucking to be, I want it to be fucking
I want
awesome.
it to be fucking awesome. But it doesn't tell me how you do it.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's something around dreaming and design, right? Like there's that piece that we talked about. The dreaming bit I like. I feel like Mission needs dreaming because she's used it a few times now. Ness exists to deliver innovative and specific design through a human-centric and cultural lens is what she had.
Is it like a childlike wonder or is it like a imagination thing?
So,
It's almost like imagination like doesn't have to exist in your imagination. Like the creation of it. I don't know, creation's just
on lines of dreamers of epic spaces to fix your shit ones. I don't know, something like that.
Now, I think there's something around like dreaming, stories.
yeah, I was gonna say storytelling.
Yeah, storytelling, dreaming, and listening. So if we think about the story with the couple.
Yeah, I was thinking about that as well. Like, that you
She
almost
listened.
let them.
Yeah. She listened to them. She helped them dream by dreaming for them. She dreamed for them.
Yeah.
Based on listening to them, and then told them a story that told them their story.
Yeah.
Through design.
Well, I have to write that. I'm going to write it badly.
Yeah.
Dream for people and tell their stories
Through design.
through design.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, we definitely need it.
Because you're like the bolt-on imagination and delivery system for people who want
Yeah.
a better place. Do you know what I mean? Like you just latch yourself on and go, right, I'm going to imagine for you and then using your brain and then I'm going to make the thing that, well, there's no limit to that.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I like it.
And we've got your SMP, which is
Got your
great.
SMP already. That's great. Fucking awesome.
Can we make a poster for you tomorrow and put it on a billboard in St Luke's, so when I go past it I can smile every day? I'd love to see that on a billboard, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Baron Hasselhoff crew. How do you do this?
We've got a few.
Well, we kind of got two lines that kind of like feed into each other. So one is about creating flavour alchemy as our mission. But I guess that sort of feeds into taking our customers' community on a taste adventure. I guess the way we sort of see it is it's like a circle, they kind of feed into each other, those two sort of statements as a mission.
Well, we also bring the mouth party.
The mouth party.
Yeah, that's what I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was
So I guess maybe that also encompasses those two statements. Bringing the mouth party can kind of short circuit those two statements, I guess, into one word salad. Yeah.
I mean, I think your SMP is the chocolate alchemists. So
Can I look at the vision just
Right.
one time real quick?
What does it say? Sorry.
Be the most adventurous brand in the world.
Yeah, but how do you do that? So you like
Experimentation.
It's about experimentation, yeah.
Yeah,
And fun.
And fun.
I mean, bringing them out party, but it's kind of like, what does that really mean? But I mean, does it have to be defined? I don't know.
Is there something to do with the nuttiness, like the fact you're both crackers, and like, do you know what I mean? Like you're nuts, and that's the thing that you bring. Like you just bring madness to the exploration of chocolate development or something like.
Yeah.
That's the thing that's for me that stands out for you guys. You're clearly bonkers, and you live in this world where you've created this character that delivers chocolate to you from around the world. Like that's nuts shit. Which in a good way. I love it.
In the best way.
Yeah, in a really good way. But that's important, I think, as part of you.
Percentage of madness. I don't know if we want to be like 100% mad.
No.
Of course.
Eccentric, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think eccentric is probably a better word to use. I think rather than madness, yeah. Because madness maybe
It kind of
sounds a bit control, but eccentric sounds like you know what you're doing.
It's like the old Apple ad, like the crazy ones. You know, like we're willing to push boundaries. We're willing to be the crazy ones and dream.
Yeah.
We are the misfits.
Yeah.
We're the misfits.
We see ourselves as wanting to take
Chocolate
risks that
misfits.
others won't.
I can't get the I'll tell you later.
Sorry, what was that? Say that again, sorry?
I definitely see us as an outfit that is willing to take risks that other chocolate companies won't.
Yeah.
So we are
Rebels?
willing to we push the boundaries
Rebels.
further.
The whole chocolate.
There's something like
Should we
I
read
can't get the thought of like Willy Wonka out of my head, and like the concept of inviting, like you're
Yeah,
inviting
yeah.
people on the
Yeah.
adventure, and then when you invite them, you are enabled to do more things, and then you keep inviting
Yeah.
creativity, inviting new experimentation, or like there's like
That's good.
an invitation to explore almost.
An invitation to play.
Yeah.
Very much. Like,
Experiment.
we always like, even our sort of retail space, we try and create it's a very inviting, engaging space, you know. So that's definitely part of our business model to be inviting.
Yeah, there's always a little bit more, you know, you find out this, and then, oh, there's a story behind that. Oh, there's another story behind that. Oh, there's
A sense of discovery.
yeah.
Yeah.
An invitation
We
to
definitely
explore.
model out of Willy Wonka, but I guess there is.
Yeah, but I think with that, to me, this is so pinpoint. It's hard to just get the words out now. Like it's real tight.
Yeah.
That's great what Jody said, and I think it's that childlike wonder, and like it's all that whole world, Willy Wonka, and
Yeah. Like obviously the tone's a little different, so don't get too caught up on the tone of Willy Wonka. But it's that childlike
it's
wonder.
childlike wonder, and like just
Experiment and play and fun and
no
let's do cool
boundaries,
shit.
just do fucking like making mud pies in the garden.
But then
And the unknown, right?
I think we still need to link it to the mouth, like the mouth party.
Well, chocolate for adults.
Yeah.
It's not childlike.
Yeah. No. But
But
it's
it's childlike wonder.
It's childlike wonder is what I mean. Like it's that whole like
It's not childlike. Yeah, childlike wonder.
childlike wonder. It's like you don't have the conventions that aren't there for you.
You lost your inhibitions.
Yeah, there's no inhibition. Like when it comes to making chocolate, you're just like in the playground.
And it's that to have the mouth party.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
However we work.
Yeah. And that's just that inviting.
I'm just going to read out this sentence. So I get paid to do this. This sentence is Willy Wonka inviting people on a journey, childlike wonder, unknown mouth party, no inhibitions. That is going to be my OnlyFans page.
Yeah.
So good.
Wordsmithing, but
Really want to take Willy Wonka out of there.
Yeah, take it.
yeah,
That's fine.
yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. But that's kind of all we had.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
We can work on it.
We can work on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it missing anything?
Words.
No, I think it just needs
Around how? Nah, it's not. You're inviting people in. That's
We're
not.
inviting people on this journey.
Yeah,
And
and
this
then you're giving them the
wonderful
party.
thing. It's all about wonder and awe, and like that's the language.
Is it wondering or is it just here and there aversion to like Willy Wonka and stuff? Is it more like
unlocking thing?
Your process of creating flavors and creating chocolate, like, what is that like? Like, is it very experimentation, or is it like, is it quite science? Like, when I say science, like, it's quite like, let's try a thing, see if it works, like, you know, like a scientific method, or is it very much just like, let's just throw shit in a pot, I don't have no idea, and then see if it tastes good? Which one is it?
No, I mean, there's always an idea, but I guess it's more of a sense of, there's a lot more feel, I guess, in the science and the experimentation rather than sort of, it's, I guess, it's obviously relying on your senses.
Play.
But, you can't measure flavour apart from, is it delicious? Like, so it's always a very anecdotal kind of process. Does it taste good?
Yeah. But I almost feel like the play is like
I mean, it's
to pull away from the child. So,
I mean, we definitely run recipe testing pretty extensively, but
that makes sense. That makes sense. I get it. Yeah, it makes sense.
More like scientists.
Yeah, but we're not in a laboratory with like coats and
scientists.
Yeah, more
No,
like
I think it's like
scientists.
literally they should, in their shop they should have dry ice coming out of the back. Like, do you know what I mean? And it's all like test tubes and bubbly things and green light and like that's the alchemy thing. That's
The alchemy thing.
It's real strong.
It's a bit more experimentation. Yeah.
Like they're wearing coats made out of chocolate. They're just.
So I think experimentation. I think Joe's right. Experimentation as opposed to play.
To remove it from like
child.
the child stuff. It's
Make it more adult. Make it more.
It's the bloke from. It's almost the bloke from Back to the Future.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yes.
Doc.
Yeah, it's that kind of thing rather than the kiddie one. It's like that. He's just nutbag, but in an adult way, but still got that real open mind playfulness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. We just need a workshop. We'll workshop that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. All right. Rod. Lucky last.
Okay, slightly longer version, empowering communities through various practices of movement. Short version, empower through movement.
Right, with permission, protect my people.
Could he be the best at that? Is he the best at that? You know?
I feel like there's a lot of specific coaches out there. Like Eugene's probably the best mixed martial arts coach in the world, in the country and in the world. So I'm not going to be a better mixed martial arts coach than him. But what I can do better than Euge is I'm nearly as good as him, but I can be the best at 70% at everything else as well. As a whole, I can encompass everything, and I feel I can bring that together in a hub. Combat sports being at the moment that's the main draw because that's what I'm known for, but I want to bring everything else into it. So that's where the movement, that's why it's so broad, it encompasses everything. It's not just through combat sport, which at the moment it is, but the only reason it is because the gym we're in, they already offer CrossFit, yoga and all that stuff. And I felt, I'll provide the combat sport. If we can have some type of membership, which we already offer that in this gym, this hub, let's make it work. My ultimate goal is to either take over that whole space or start my own space, do CrossFit better, do lifting better, do yoga better, and make it, rather than a separate environment with small groups, make it so Desh can turn up, he can do kickboxing one day, he can maybe have a fight this year, next year he can get into something else. He can work on his strength. If he's feeling immobile, he can do his mobility. Just a hub that kind of, you can go to one spot and do everything. And I feel I can bring that together. I'm not the best at any of those, but I can coach all of them quite well. So that's where the word movement I felt could encompass that.
When we go through some of this, sometimes it's like, it's really hard to be like, when we find it really hard to go, oh, you're the best in the world at this one thing, it's really hard to do that sometimes. So we pick like, what you're essentially saying is like, oh, well, I could be best at a lot of things, but no one else can be. So like we look at it as like three uniques. Like what are three things that if we put together, like maybe one person's got one of them, that is we put three of them together, no one's got that combination of three things. So like, you know, for you, you like you said, you can't be the best maybe MMA coach or whatever, but you could be the best like general knowledge of stuff. But also that's like having a hub, having a gym hub or like a fitness hub is not unique actually on its own. Like you'd be able to find those quite easily. And then so I think that we can still have that. So there's this idea of like a hub of some sort. But then I think the piece that you bring that's different to others, like even like training with you, like even like last night or whatever it was, like yesterday morning, when we were doing the get-ups, like the way that we worked through it was all designed around safety. Like you were making sure that we could do this movement right. And like that's not a thing that all gyms do. You know, like if in fact like the workout was less intensive because there was more coaching than what a typical gym might have done, because you were like more worried about the three of us doing the lift right. So add those two together, now I can do all the different things. I can make sure I've done it safely. And then like, you know, like adding is there a third thing maybe? I don't know if we need it, but like, does that make sense? Like, and then the third thing could be this whole idea of like empowerment.
Yeah.
You know, like there's a thing. It's like I'm not just teaching you. I'm teaching all your family, all your people. Like it gives you the empowerment. Like like you know this. Like if you have one person in the family that's super fit, it helps other people want to do more. You know, something along. Does that make sense? Like I don't know how to explain it. It's a bit complex.
So empowering the safety and then maybe the
knowledge, broad knowledge. Some of those three things, and we have to work out how to bring them together.
Yeah, we can do it. Empowerment, safety and education.
There's also something that one does in this gym that other gyms don't do, where like we kind of do it here, which is there's a set of rules that are almost unspoken that they're quite strict on. You have to abide by them.
Right.
Like he'll say certain things and people reply away. When they say goodbye, the way that they say goodbye, the way that they won't wear shoes on a mat, the putting things away, the wiping stuff down. There's like the set of rules as a community that they live by, which other gyms don't really have that feel.
Like people sitting on the machine on their phone for fucking half an hour.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you couldn't do that because you're going to fucking punch you in the face. But like, no, but like, it's just like we have them here. Like, put the toilet seat down. Like, put your cups away.
People, because they do. So they some gyms just flash them on the screen, but no one
actually. They just put sign ups.
Yeah, they put a thing up saying don't drop your weights.
Yeah, put your weights away after you finish. And with Rod, it's like if you don't, you're not coming back, bro.
Yeah.
Or, but it's not even that. It's just like you can't not do it because the rest of the crew will pull you up on it.
Yeah.
That's another thing. Like that's a how. Like because that's that community feel that if you're gonna play by our rules, you gotta play by our rules. Like if you want to be the best version of yourself, these are the set of rules you gotta play by.
Yeah, it's like because we're putting movement at the end. It's like through movement. Like I almost want to push movement at the front. It's like movement for this feeling.
Yeah.
Like you do the movement for the empowerment, safety, education, blah blah blah.
Yeah, I like it. Okay. How's that sound?
Yeah, no, that sounds good.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay, I've got a lot of fucking words with it.
You got a lot of words with it. You might need some copywriter help.
Right. That's okay.
All right, that is pretty good. Like that's a pretty good place to be.
Yeah.
We thought we would be cheeky and get ahead of ourselves in this process this week, but I think we're going to need one more week of this.
Yeah, totally.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
Which kind of means that there's no real homework because we're just going to keep going down these slides.
Yeah. I've got a lot of homework.
You've got a lot of homework. Yeah. Nate is going to be busy, which is fine.
Yeah.
That's what you paid us for. Okay. We've got 15 minutes, 13 minutes. We're going to leave it at that from the slides because we can't get into values now and the rest of them we won't have time. So let's just, is there any questions or conversations about today? Like what are our thoughts and feelings around these? Like we're sort of imposing these vision and missions on you. Next week you're going to come back with some more thoughts and that's okay. Like they don't have to stay there. We're going to help wordsmith them. But like just what are we feeling? Where are we? Any concerns? Anyone going, I don't know about this. Like this is a bit shit.
No, I've liked it. It's been good. Slightly uncomfortable, but really good. Like, I'm enjoying this process and how you guys are pushing us to kind of dig deeper into it and just get around it all.
Cool. I think what I might do is, because I'm going to be in the weeds doing this, I might start to pre-populate a little bit on the other slides just to help us with the speed, because we don't really want to go over.
And there's a lot of that already in there.
Yeah, a lot of it's in there in the conversation. So I might start to just pre-populate for each of you some of the next bits, just because I think if we go, well, we did 2 slides today, and there's 4 to go, or three to go.
I think we just spend next week on single minor propositions. Values and tone we've kind of already got. They've got their notes and stuff, and then we spend a good session on single minor proposition, because the single minor proposition thing is the thing you could put on billboards.
Yeah,
like it's a real key piece.
Yeah,
and the campaign will come out of that.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'll fill it all in, then we just can go through it quickly, make sure we're happy, and then we just change anything if we want to, and then we just go to single minor proposition.
Yeah. What other thoughts and feelings? Like, feel free to jump off.
We want feedback, because
let's talk about it. Yeah.
This is the first time we've done this properly, so.
Yeah, with a group like this.
Yeah.
This usually takes like hours of us in a room on our own. We talk to the client for hours, and we sit in a room and we spend hours doing it. So we've it's definitely faster than we used to. So give us feedback,
like so fast.
So fast.
It's like the fact that we've done 7 is
Can
like.
you just go to the next slide, please? Like to number 3. Oh, yeah. Okay.
You just want to read the.
And I'm just kind of gathering my thoughts on it. Yeah.
What we might do as well
again?
is just put this in the thing too, even before you start workshopping it, just so people have got it.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I'll come to it.
We'll chuck it in the teams as well, so you've got it before Nate goes away and fixes it. This PDF.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because no one's gonna have your.
Yeah, my side, I thought that this is awesome. Like, we often do vision, mission stuff and don't really understand the difference between them. And, it's just kind of words you don't really get attached to. Whereas this, I felt, it's also, I think, partly because it's hearing everybody else's and like working through it in the group. It's quite cool, because it really makes you get it for them, and then helps you think how it should be or is for you. It's really good.
Yeah, cool.
It must be so intense for you guys.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's so hard. I have to sit at my desk with this and all day. It's really difficult.
It's real tough.
Oh my
Drink
God.
lattes.
I just drink tea, and like people bring me cups of tea sometimes. It's just horrible. Honestly, I don't
They
know
bring
how
you
I get
tea,
through
they
my
bring
day.
you Coke, no zeros, they bring you.
We be sarcastic
anything.
about it, but like it's a real good reality check for us, and we do that a lot. And Nate and I, especially with the rest of the team, it's like, oh, this must be so tough. It's like, fuck off. Like, people dig trenches for a living.
Yeah,
like,
my
get
granddad
fucked.
went to war. Like,
Yeah, like fuck you. Like you guys, we sit here, you got a fucking free coffee machine. Fuck off. Like fuck off.
the other thing is, like, I'm in a place where I absolutely love doing this. So it's a passion thing for me, and it's weird that I like doing this, but it's something I love making decks, and I love thinking and solving the problems. So actually, it's really not hard.
Nah, it's not. It's actually, and when you get it, there's this like, hey, like when we all get on, when the 3 of us get on the same page or something, we're like we get all giddy about it.
This is part of our do cool shit stuff.
Yeah.
Like being able to serve this to you and like be like, aha, like for all of you is so fucking cool. So like.
So this is like you making chocolate, like that is the same for me. Like this is my chocolate, so it's not hard. It really is. And I've been doing it for so long that I know how to do it, so it's really not a problem.
Yeah, it's actually fun. Yeah.
Wow, it's been really fun for us.
Yeah.
It's cool.
It's been really enjoyable.
Yeah, we struggle a bit with the Baron and his brand story, and then us and our story.
And how public our places are as opposed to the brand. It's all with such a good tussle of the voices as well.
So it's really good
that we've used.
It's a really good conversation to have around, like, for founders and owners around how much of our own brand should be in it, like how much of the person should be in the thing. And like a lot of people get a little bit weirded out about it because they're like some people, the worry is when you exit, like if I'm going to exit this, like if my face is all over it, am I now responsible for it? And like it's just not really true. Like, you know, if you take like Tesla as an example, it's worth its value because of Musk, but he doesn't own most of it. He has technically had his exit already because he's sold out so much of it. There are ways, like people will want to buy into your chocolate because if they love it, they'll buy into the business because they love it, and you get the extension of the person into the brand. And like a lot of people forget that. They think that, oh no, but it's all me, and it's like, well, it's not all you. If you grow into like $100 million chocolate company, it can't just be you. Like, there's just no fucking way for it to be just you. So it's going to grow out. Like now with our company as Taz, like it was so much reliant on my personal brand at the beginning of this journey, but now like it's not. Like apart from me being the guy who does the sales, like we could hire salespeople and I could probably remove out of it now. Like so much of it doesn't come from me, but I built the whole business off the back of my face. I still put my face out there a lot for a lot of the business, but right now, like we've had people come to me saying, can we buy it? They know that there's value there, you know? So don't get mixed up thinking that, I don't want to put too much in the end because I don't want to be too tied to the brand and I want its own story. Just have both. It's not an or question, it's an and question. Just have both.
Right.
Yeah, 100%. Like you'll obviously have different channel strategies for different parts of the brand. Like you'll have a different channel strategy for your guys' personal brands than you will for the company brand. So channel strategy just being what is the content that's going out and where is it going out? That'll be different for the two different brands. Definitely do both. Like if you can afford to and have the resources to, or like the time, fuck yeah, do both. Yeah.
I really liked that you guys put the video up of because how we split last time, and Stan took the one group and then Nate took the other group. That I could go back and then watch the session with Stan, because then you can kind of get it from both sides. And if you're trying to work on your personal brand a little bit, then pulling that up as well. Do we have all those videos like forever, or once we're finished, are they going to go away?
No, they're all there. They're on. Like honestly, we put them on YouTube.
You download them.
Yeah, we put them on YouTube.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. They're there forever, man. You're stuck with them now.
It's going to be like Mr. Beast.
You know,
it's going to be Mr. Beast.
Second or third or fourth businesses, we can go back and do this all again.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, definitely.
What's wordsmithing? Is that like an app, or is that like a guy, or is that just?
No, it's just a term for like smithing your words. It's like
like blacksmithing.
Like blacksmithing, but for writers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just going in and
coming up with different reasons.
Yeah, exactly. Just putting the right words in and making it right. Yeah.
Copywriting, effectively.
Copywriting, yeah. It's taking what you've got there and just making it sound fancy.
Make it bang on.
Yeah.
I mean, these are fairly loose, so I just mean to tighten them up and make sure that they actually make sense. Because inviting people on the journey, child like Wonder on no party, no inhibitions, exploration doesn't make any sense.
We want people to be able to read it who know nothing about you guys and get it.
Yeah. You want your grandma to be able to read it, basically. If your grandma can read it and understand it, then it's on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That would be good.
Yeah.
Cool.
Dave brought up before, like the difference between visions and mission, and it's a real good thing to think about because a lot of people get real caught up on vision, and they'll hear these big corporations or big global things with these real lofty visions that are like about saving the world or some shit, and they don't need to be that. Like at the end of the day, so many of us just have a commercial business, and the commercial business has us as founders at the head of it, and the purpose of our business is to achieve our goals. Like it's for us. Like we didn't go in to start a small business to like necessarily save the world. We're not a charity or nothing. There are real selfish reasons of why we all as business owners decided to start a business, and like don't lose sight of that because it is the reason you get out of bed. Like there is a reason like you guys decided to take this fucking hard journey as a small business owner and like start something. It's way easier to just get a job sometimes, right? Like it's way easier to just like collect your salary, and so don't fall into this trap of like, I need this big, cool, lofty vision. Like for me, just doing cool shit is enough. Like if I can get out of bed and I can do something cool once a week, I mean that's great. Like, and I can choose when I want to do that. That's cool. You know, like that's enough. Like I'll do this forever if I can keep on doing that. Yeah. All right then.
Boom.
Love it. No homework except just have a think through some of the values and stuff that you've already done now that we've talked through some of this. If you have any more thoughts on your mission and vision, chuck them in there, add it in. Nate will incorporate it if he thinks it's right or tell you it's not right and move on. We'll see how we go. But
I don't know if I even have time to do that, to be honest. I've been writing this for a whole week.
But just keep looking at your values and your tone and just making sure and keep it in that same document. What you need, and otherwise ask questions, get in that chat, Teams, ask away. We were a bit crazy this week, so we Ness had to do most of it. Me and Nate and Joni couldn't really get him, but next week's looking a little bit better. So if you've got more questions, please put it in there. I've answered some of them this morning, but please get back in. All right, guys.
Thank you, team.
Have a great
Thank
week.
you.
See you next week.
See ya.
See ya. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.